Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, X-Wing players, and anyone who's potentially interested in X-Wing. We have just respawned 404 back into this game. We are now entering round 4 of the Siege of Coruscant, BatMando being the first player, and the Vulture taking a too hard turn to the right there. So there is entirely too much stuff going on in this time lapse. That's why we went ahead and decided to put everything in the bottom right screen there. So we still have other people moving about and doing what they need to do. So welcome to our channel, and if you are brand new to our channel, feel free to subscribe and click like on the videos that you like. This is the Siege of Coruscant scenario, which is basically that big battle taking place over the skies of Coruscant at the very beginning of Episode 3 in the prequels. Now, we got a lot of action going on here. Basically, you see that the Republic here is trying to go ahead and get as many shields off of the invisible hand so that Obi-Wan or Anakin can go ahead and make the rescue attempt for Palpatine. So, a lot of the droids are moving around really fast. We see that there are target locks being passed around, and then, of course, some of them are calculating. And then we take a really close call here with DIS-347. I'm pretty certain that he scratched paint on the Vulture he passed and also the Ark that he is right next to and doesn't calculate. Jag is going to go ahead and move one forward and then is going to repair his loose stabilizer. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for him for the remainder of this game. By the way, Jag is 1 health only. And also, Wolf is at 1 health only. So Wolf is going to go ahead and take a 4K turn at this point in time. So he is going to be stressed for this particular group of shots. And Click is going to take a 2-bank right there. Now, ThatDude95 is going to go ahead and lock the invincible hand. Or did I say invincible? I meant invisible, ladies and gentlemen. Tri-Fighter is taking a bank left at this point in time, and we will see that he's going to perform a barrel roll and then link it into a red evade. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this particular game, ladies and gentlemen, and one of those things is landing on an asteroid, but luckily I only took 1 damage from the asteroid. So now we're going to see the bump because Obi-Wan just basically slammed into the Vulture that I put into his path and then takes a red focus. Oddball is going to be taking a 3 hard turn here, but we want you to listen to something.
Oh dear. Is that...
It's on top of nose.
Well, I think you have a... we compromised the game state.
Okay, well, that means we got to let it fly then. That's my fault. So, as we just said, apparently I compromised the game states when I unfortunately bumped and kind of moved his piece, so therefore we chose to let it occur. There is another bump here, though, and that is going to be Anakin running straight into Obi-Wan there, and apparently did not take any damage for it. Now it is time for shots. So, in which case, Anakin obviously is going to be taking shots into the invisible hand, trying to eliminate as many shields as possible, and he was able to strip down 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we very much appreciate you dropping in and returning. If this is your second visit after watching part 1, feel free to subscribe and click like on the videos that you like. And Tri-Fighter apparently delivering a direct hit. Oh, that's going to hurt in the morning. So, in which case, we now move on to Obi-Wan stripping another shield off of the invisible hand, and Oddball, oddly enough, missing the invisible hand, and Click missing the Tri-Fighter at that point in time. So, now we're looking at, does DBS 404 have a better shot at one person, at another? And then Click is going to take a focus from Oddball in order to live because he was not able to evade himself. So in which case, Wolf is now stripping a shield off of the invisible hands, and We're now seeing if this has a shot, and we go to check, and yes. So the hyena is going to shoot into the back of Wolf, and Steel calculates. DBS-32C able to kill Wolf, and in which case we now move on to our next group of shots here. So DIS-347 is going to take a range 1 shot into the back of Jag here and kills Jag in the process. Of course, Jag will have the opportunity to go ahead and take a shot out the back as a parting shot, and in which case hits the Tri-Fighter for a damage. So coming up, we're going to let you hear the actual live discussion as we go through some of how the dice can give and take it away.
Oh, darn, I have no one to change that to, so one only into click. Oh.
Takes a one. Dead? No,
okay.
He has one more.
Okay.
That definitely should not have landed.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, range 0 into Obi. I mean, why not? Can't do anything. 1.
Okay. I have to spend the focus.
Okay, spend the focus. Yes.
No natties for
Sorry,
me.
that was out loud. Okay.
End of round.
Yep.
I don't have any in-face stuff anymore.
Not that I wanted to sound rude by laughing as much, but sometimes it's just funny how you can go ahead and roll 3 focuses just for 1 hit and have to spend it. Now, we are in the middle of, or just starting round 5, so ThatDude95 is going to be our first player. The Vulture has gone ahead and done a 2 talon roll, and I'm bumping into my own guy there. So in which case the Bactoid is taking a damage for that particular maneuver. And then I'm going to go ahead and move my other hyena into spots and then take a calculate. We're going ahead and moving in our Tri-Fighter as well. So now we have the Vulture. We're all basically kind of converging onto the invisible hand to try to take out as many of those Republic ships as possible. So now, in which case the ships that we need to focus on are the 2 Jedi, because they are the only 2 ships that have the capability to make a rescue. Now, you can see that I'm going ahead and moving the Hyena DBS 404, then performing a barrel roll, linking it into a lock onto click, which at a later point in time we'll see if I actually do the sinister plan that I was thinking. There's a bump from Oddball. So Oddball will go ahead and take the red focus there. Obi-Wan moving forward, and again, another bump. So we have lots of bumps going on in a tight space, imagine that. And a bump even from myself. So Tri-Fighter hitting into the side of Obi-Wan there. And another bump from my other Tri-Fighter into the Vulture. And taking a damage for that. So this is fun. And another bump from ThatDude95, and that's going to be Anakin taking the damage. Now we're finally into system shenanigans. So I get to take a calculate because of the bullseye, and then gain a lock on Oddball because another lock was already established there. And DFS-081 launching Discord missiles and getting a chance to finally use those buzz droids, and the buzz droids are now going to be on Oddball. So just adding more insult to injury, which I do for free. So it's now finally time for shots, and we are going to obviously start with Anakin. Anakin going ahead and trying to take more shields off at a range 1 shot, and it's 2 shields off and ionized. So now, in which case, the invisible hand no longer has any evades, so we are now going to go ahead and see that Obi-Wan finally strips the remaining shields off of the invisible hand, and in which case we now see that Oddball is not going to worry about the invisible hand. Instead, he's going to fire on a Tri-Fighter, and what do you know? Kills it. So it's not like I'm going to miss it that long. It's going to be coming back soon, right? So in which case, we keep on continuing. So we're going to now have my other Tri-Fighter go ahead and take a shot and gives Anakin another damage. So, in which case, both of those Jedi, one away from death. So now Click is going to go ahead and give Bactoid a little bit of damage there. So we still continue on with our shots and trying to see what more can happen. We're now getting into the 4s, so I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to take the excessive advanced proton torpedoes into Click or just fire at Obi-Wan, and I miss Obi-Wan. So in which case now we're checking to see who I have in arc, and apparently trying to take another shot on Obi-Wan, still missing him. And now we go on over to DIS-347, who at range 3 apparently does have both Anakin and Obi-Wan. So he's going to try for Obi-Wan, or I'm sorry, Anakin, misses Anakin. Now we're going ahead and seeing what we have left at this point in time. So, in which case, we were able to miss Oddball from a different shot. And we're now getting down to our 1s, and finally DFS 311 kills Anakin. So we now are trying to see if we can take out Obi-Wan, and that is not the case.
I'm a little short on time.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to concede here, which
Okay.
regardless, I think you won the game.
Yep. Yeah,
Because even then, you get one more shield back. I still only Obi-Wan's can get there.
Yep.
And even then, I have to roll a crit.
Yep. And he takes one shield.
Yeah.
We want to say thank you to ThatDude95 for a worthy adversary and doing very well in this scenario, but it is a very big uphill battle. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and as always, BatMando out.